Catching Fire is based on the second novel of a trilogy, but now they're making it into a quadrilogy of movies, which is a little annoying. However, Catching Fire is actually a really solid movie adaptation. In fact, it might even be a better film than the first one. My only gripe with the film is that it feels like it's going like super fast during the second half. Like similar to the first movie, the first half of the movie is going to be setting up the whole concept of the universe. There's no fighting, there's none of the death stuff. For the whole first half, it's all exposition, and that's fine. It's done really well. In fact, I think it's actually done better here in this second movie than the first one. Then we get to the arena, and that's the second half of the movie, right? Well, in this one, it feels like they're just crunched for time. They're just shooting from scene to scene, from death to death really quickly, and I kind of wish that they would have just added like 5 minutes to the film just to give it a little bit more time to just soak in some of these things. I just felt like it was a little rushed even at 2.5 hours. Some scenes were impacted negatively by this rush to the finish. I will say, though, that the movie does a great job at taking things that were great in the book and making them better. For example, there's a character that dies a really sad death early on in the games, and so the movie goes out of its way to make this character, like, super likable, so that when they kick the bucket, you're like, oh! Once again, the visual effects are great, and there's not an overabundance of CGI, which I really appreciate. That was one of the things I thought was really cool about Hunger Games, the first movie. The performances are really solid here. Jennifer Lawrence is increasingly becoming a really great actress, and here, when she has to do some really visceral reactions, does a really solid performance. Our male co-stars are okay, they're fine, and we got some standout new co-stars going on here, being added into this second film. This film's actually a little bit less violent than the first one, probably because they had to, because the themes and like war references and stuff are actually much darker here in the second film. So I kind of feel like they had to take out a little bit of blood just to keep it into a PG-13, and that's going to be even more so with the last two films because it's even more warlike in setting and tone. Overall, I'm really glad that I saw this movie, and I really recommend it to anyone who's read the books, anyone who saw the first movie, or anyone who's even remotely interested in this kind of fiction. I'm super annoyed that the last one's going to be 2 movies, but I'll probably see them anyway, and that makes me a little sad inside. But if the first 2 movies are any indication, they'll still be really solid, even if they should have been one film. This is James for Famous Quest, and I hope you enjoyed the review. Comment below what you want to see on the channel, whether it's movie reviews, Let's Plays, or My Little Pony, whatever. What do you want to see on the channel? Put it up. Thanks for watching.